Welcome back to Vintage HLC Show and Tell. Today we're looking at the Jewel Tea cake plate and salad bowl. Now shortly after the vellum glaze was developed for the century shape in 1931, the Homer Laughlin China Company made a special cake plate. You see this here. This is 9.5 inches diameter. And a salad bowl. This is also 9.5 inches diameter and it's about 4¼ inch tall. And both of these were made for Jewel Tea. And this promotion lasted for most of the 1930s. We'll look at the marking. This one comes from 1933. I don't think this one's marked. It's not. So we'll look at an advertisement. And this is a portion of a Jewel Tea catalog. I believe it's 1932. So here's the enlargement of that section. And it shows a cake safe. The cake safe's a metal piece. It has a decoration that's very similar to what you see on the cake plate and the bowl. It's a satin vellum cake plate and then satin vellum salad bowl. Matches the cake safe and furnishes a comfortable means of carrying large salad or scalloped dish to the potluck party, will not craze, and can be used in the oven for large recipes. Now, you would think that would be the end of the discussion for these two pieces. Again, there's the salad nappy with its gold stamp design, blue border, gold edge line. We see the same thing on the cake plate. However, as with all things Homer Laughlin, the story continues. And what we saw in previous videos with salad nappies and platters and other serving pieces, if there was an imperfection, they didn't use it for the big order or for the big customer. Instead, what they do is they decorate it as a specialty piece instead of just throwing it out. So we'll start with some of these cake plates that were imperfect. So these did not become the Jewel Tea cake plates. We get these scrap prints, we get gold stamps, and some of them are even promotional pieces for stores. For example, this one is for a furniture store in Columbus, Ohio. That's what dated 1934. So we have a floral decal with gold stamps. You can probably see the imperfection in the glaze. Nice yellow rose decal with gold stamps. This is for another furniture store in Columbus, Ohio. And I think that says 1936 on there, maybe 35. That's kind of hard to read. It's a problem with the vellum glaze. The back stamps can be a little blurry. The ship decal, we've seen this several times already on especially salad nappies, but here it is on a cake plate. Nice gold stamps. This particular gold stamp was also used on Century dinnerware. And you can see the glaze imperfection, all those little pops in the glaze. That prevented this from becoming a Jewel Tea cake plate. And this is for a furniture store in Wheeling, West Virginia. We've seen this decal on specialty ware before, the fluted nappy. I think we even saw this on a platter. And this has a second selection marking. So this was stamped so that it would not get the Jewel Tea decoration, and it was put aside to be decorated as a specialty piece. It's a really nice floral decal, nice colors. There's gold stamp. We see this stamp used on oven serve, though I believe it's in a platinum form, but this one's gold. And this one's from 1935. Now, the same thing happens with the salad bowls. And this is a rather common decal you will see on second selection Jewel Tea salad nappies. And it goes, I think there's 4 of them. The gold trim on this is pretty worn. This is from 1934. We see the second selection gold stamp over the glaze. So there should be something wrong with it. And there is. There's these little imperfections in the glaze. Again, that kept it from becoming a Jewel Tea salad nappy, like this one. Here's another one with a blue band and red encasing lines. Again, the gold trim's worn. This is from 1933. Green band, not very common. You will find a red band every once in a while. This one, it's upside down. 1935. And finally, a platinum band from 1935. Now, there were other bowls used that were first quality, not necessarily seconds, for a Tom and Jerry set. So here we see the Jewel T bowl with the Tom and Jerry gold stamp and gold trim. This one comes from 1949. These were made all the way into the 50s, possibly even the early 1960s. And initially they used the Ovaltine mugs. So I have one of those to show. Little Orphan Annie with the Ovaltine stamp on the bottom. The green trim. We'll go over this particular mug in more detail later on when we look at children's dishes or juvenile ware. But for now, they just pick up the Ovaltine mugs and use them in these Tom and Jerry sets by mixing it with the Jewel T bowl. There's also a corresponding Fiesta Tom and Jerry set that uses the footed salad bowl and of course the ring-handled Tom and Jerry mugs. And then in the 50s, they come up with yet another mug, and this is called the Jewel mug. It has nothing really to do with Jewel T. It's just called a Jewel mug because it's paired with the Jewel T bowl. And we see the Tom and Jerry gold stamp. The Knox is a special customer. That's an added gold stamp. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can find these with holly Christmas decals. And one more thing to show. We see the Ovaltine mugs. In forest green. And a Jewel bowl in forest green. This one's not marked. So that's a little unusual. That I would not expect to find those in any great quantity. This is the only set I've ever been able to find. I got that on a Strasser's auction not too long ago. So that's a little bit about Jewel T cake plates and salad bowls. Homer Laughlin did make other things for Jewel T. We'll look at those later on. They also offered, or Jewel T offered Homer Laughlin dinnerwares. Because most of the time when we think of Jewel T, we think of Hall China's Autumn Leaf, but they had all sorts of products in their premiums.